Welcome back to part 2 of our paper sack journal. My name is Bobby, and I'm from Precious Memory Boxes Junk Journaling here on YouTube, and I'm a guest designer for Pink Monarch Prints. And today we're going to do the second part of our journal. As you can see, I've added a few things already because I thought I was recording and I wasn't. And so I will go back and explain to you the few steps that I have done already, and then we can continue on from there. So we'll talk about the elastic here in just a minute on our journal. But what I did is I added, from last time, if you remember, we did we constructed the journal, and then we added some pages in here. And so what I've done since then is I created a belly band from some of the papers in the kit, and I backed it with cardstock so it would be a little stronger. Then I took from the August gold kit, I took the waterfall cards, cut off the little tab on here, and I created a waterfall here, and we'll come back and maybe add a few little decorations to that. And once you close your journal and have it laying flat, these will lay down flatter for you. I also added some pockets back here. So we've got a pocket here and a pocket here. And then here, remember the bottom of the paper sack that we cut off the other day? Well, we created a special little spot to store things. So you could either put more ephemera in there. You could put a gift card if you were giving this as a gift. You can just have it as a secret. If you made it a prayer journal, you could add a secret paper in there with your prayers on it. Just whatever you want to use it for. Be creative and put in there what you would like to see in there. And then I also added a pocket here on this side. And then we added a 6-page, which turns into 24 pages, signature here. And I used the brad binding. And the brad binding is very easy. You make the same holes as you would for a 3-hole stitch binding. And you just simply put brads in there instead of sewing it. You can tape these down if you want, or put a piece of lace. You can add lace over this if you don't like the brads showing. I don't mind them. I like the metal. And the one nice thing about brads is if you need to pull them out, you can pull them out. And so we have a signature here that has decorated paper from the kit on one side and then a neutral on the other side. And you'll see some stencils. I did a little stenciling on these before I added them. So there's some stencils throughout. And there's some on these pages over here. So just a little something to add decoration throughout. There we go. So, and then on the back side, I added a staggered pocket. And this also comes from the August gold kit. I cut it down just a little bit because I wanted them just a little shorter. And I put them to the side because I still wanted to be able to see this beautiful butterfly paper. And then here's what your binding looks like. It looks like I need to touch that up with a little bit of glue. Or again, you could take some lace material, whatever, type of paper, whatever you want to use, and cover those up if you don't like them showing. Then what I decided to do for the closure is I had asked you guys on part 1 to vote on whether to use this here. This it's like a, what do you call that, burlap type ribbon with a little fringe on it, or I had 2 doilies. But I soon realized that I wasn't going to have enough time between video 1 and video 2 to get all the votes. And so I thought, well, I'll have to go ahead and choose a method. So I apologize for that. But I happened to come across this little flower, burlap flower. I believe I found this at Dollar Tree. And I thought that would go perfect with this ribbon, this burlap ribbon here. I took a shank button that I had. I took off the little center that this little burlap flower had on it, and I added a shank button to it. And then I poked a hole here, and I need to trim that up just a little bit. Pushed my shank button through it, and if you had one that was just a little bit deeper, it would be better. And then I added my elastic to it. And so I will bring this elastic around, and now you can tie it if you want to where you can take it on and off the journal. You know, you can do that, or you can just simply wrap it around if you want, which is most likely what I will probably do. And there you go. So that is the mechanics basically of our journal. And now what we have left to do, oh, I gotta grab that, where'd it go? There it is. And now what we have left to do is some of the decorating. Again, I apologize, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that my camera wasn't going. So once again, we did the waterfall, we did the 6-page, which turns into 24 pages in your signature, and we did pockets. I did lots of pockets because there's lots of fun tags, and so maybe we'll start with those tags first. And so I've got all my pieces to the kit in here, and let me see if I can grab the tags out. Now I also used the tags from the freebie that Anna had on her page. I believe it was on Sunday, where she was part of the collab. She also used, she had a freebie for us, and I grabbed some of those tags. And then I have the tags that are from the kit here. And so we're just going to go through and fill up some of our pockets. And we'll have to kind of figure out where we want everything to go according to the height. I think I'm going to stick that one there for now. But we've got some different size pockets. So we can add this one here. And these were part of that freebie. We can add a couple in here. There we go. And let's see, we need a small tag or a small journaling card for this one here. You're more than welcome, if you want to have something sticking out of the top, that's fine. Whatever appeals to you. We'll place another tag in there, and then let's see what we can add to the back of our journal. So I think we've got a few taller tags in here. Let me see if I can find them. And a couple other, there's some taller tags. A couple other journaling spots here. So we've got this beautiful tall tag here. And for sake of time, I didn't punch all the holes in here, but you definitely could punch in some holes and add some ribbons. And we'll add this one in here. Now these pockets are a little bit tighter just because they're glued down. And then maybe we'll add a couple down here. There we go. And we can come back in here to our smaller pocket that's high, that's higher up. And we can add in a couple of the smaller tags. All right, let's see. Then I would like to take this large tag that we have here, and we're going to slide it through the belly band. We also have a couple of large journaling spots, or square tags, whichever way you would like to call them. And we can add them in here. This one might be a little too long, we'll have to see. Oh, nope, that'll fit in there. There we go. All right. We also have this that we can decorate with, and this is just a decorative pocket. And we can add that. We can make it a flip if you want to have it as a flip that'll flip back and forth. You can do that. You can take and use the flap here, and maybe we can find a good spot to do that with, where you can add it and it will flip up. We could definitely do that from here. So we could add it in here, and then you flip it up, and inside you could hide more goodies and journaling tags in there. So we can do something like that. So I think I'll go ahead and do that. So let me grab some glue here. I've got all my glue out. I got to decide which one I want to use. All right, so let me turn this sideways. It'll be a little easier to work with. And I'm just going to add some glue to here. And then I'm going to take and put this under the page here. I want to leave enough room for the opening. There we go. All right, and there we go. So we've got one little thing there. Something else that I made, I've still got a few tags here, so we'll find a home for them. Something else that I made is I took some of the pieces from the kit and I made clusters out of them. And I believe I have 3 or 4. There's 2. And let me see. I know I have at least one more cluster that I made. Oh, there it is. There's the other 2. I made these clusters so that we could add them on the pages in the journal. And of course you don't need something on every single page, but it is nice. And I was thinking since we have that there, maybe we might want to cover it up. So let's see, what could we use? I'm thinking maybe this one because it's square. All right, and so I'm going to add a little glue to this one. And I may not glue it all the way down, maybe just maybe a third of the way down, and you could have a tuck spot on this side also. And here's just a little trick when you're creating clusters and you want to see how they go. I put numbers on the back of each of my pieces to keep them together, and then I go back and glue them together so that if I get scrambled around for some reason, I know what pieces it was that I wanted to have together. Let me turn that sideways and make sure I've got it straight. There we go. All right. So now we even have a tuck spot here for a piece of paper or a card or anything you want to add to your journal. So let's flip over a page or two. And let's see, maybe we can add a cluster here. I like to leave the tea stain dyed ones as open as I can so that you can journal on them. Again, you could turn this into a tuck spot if you want, but I'm going to go ahead and just glue it completely down on this one. And all these pieces come mostly from the August Gold Kit. So there's lots of tags, lots of little pieces. And then the papers I'm using are from the Classic Collection 1 of the neutral papers. So they all go very nicely together. All right, so let's flip over another page or two. And maybe we'll add this one up here. And this is just making clusters out of your pieces. It's just a nice way to add a quick and fast and pretty decoration to your pages. Okay, we have the center here. So let's see. I may go ahead and, since we have a center page, I may go ahead and maybe add a cluster here. And I think I'm going to go right in the middle of the page. Kind of an unusual place to do it, but it might make it fun. Okay, so I've used most of my clusters up that I made. I probably could have made a few more. All right, so let's see. What can we do with this page here? So I've still got a couple tags. And we have lots of little pieces of ephemera. I also have this piece here that we could create a pocket. I think we'll do that, create a pocket here inside of our journal. We said we wanted to have lots of pockets in this one, so let's add another pocket here. And that's where we can add our 2 other tags we have right there. All right, let's see. I also should have another pocket here. Here it is. Let's go over a few more pages. And what about if we add a pocket here? We could add it here or we could add it here. Either way. I think since we did this one on this page, let's go ahead and do this one on this page. Still leaving room to write, and really you could write on these pages too because they are so neutral. They just have a beautiful light design on them. So you could definitely see your handwriting on those. And let's see. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and add this right here. There we go. And let's see, what could we add? We've still got plenty. I've got plenty of ephemera over here. So I've got this beautiful butterfly. I've got life is poetry. What else do we have? We have a beautiful bird. And let's see, we need something else to go with that. What do we want? We've got a lot of little pieces of ephemera that we could add. So we could do something kind of like that. And I think that works nicely just like that. Okay, so let's glue those down. We'll glue this one here first. And then let's see, I forgot, was the butterfly on top of that or below it? Let's put the butterfly underneath. And the pieces that Anna and Elena designed, they just make it so easy for you to put together and create beautiful pieces for your journals. And there we go. So there's another little cluster we've made. All right. So I think that's good on decorating the inside. Let's go ahead and maybe add a few pieces on the other parts of our journal. I would like to create kind of a little tab to pull this up with. Not sure if it would be completely functional. It probably would pull away. But let's see what that would look like sticking out the bottom. Might be an unusual place to have something sticking out, but I think it would be okay. So I'm going to add this down here. And we'll glue it down all the way except on the tab. And I'm putting quite a bit of glue on it so it will stay on there. There we go. And let's see, we could add something little to our pockets. A little cluster just like that. Here we go. And let's see, make sure my flowers look like they're right side up there. There we go. All right, we've got one there. Let's see, do we want to add something here? Let's round the corners on this. I love rounded corners. And let's add our little bird, and maybe we'll find a word to add with him. Okay, what could we add with him? Let's see. I've got one that says specimen. Yeah, I like that. There we go. All right. And let's see, do we want to add anything else to this? I'm not really seeing anything right off. We'll wait on that one. I'm not sure on that one. Okay, what about over here? We've got this rose. And let's see, what could we put along with our rose? We've got this little bicycle tag. We've also got these pockets back here, so might save that for the back cover. And let's see, maybe just something simple on this one. We've got some circles here. Yeah, I think I like that. And our little circle is like a postmark. I'm sorry if I'm probably getting out of camera shot. I'm sorry for that. There we go. So we've got a little round circle with a postmark on it and a little maintenance tag there. We could add a word. Let's see. Maybe a number or a word. Trying to see what I have that might go along with that. How about received? Kind of looks like a important invoice. All right, there we go. So there's our inside part behind our signature, and then we've got our signature decorated. Let's go to the back here, and let's just add a little something here. I was either thinking about the rose. This bird is too big, I think, so let's see. Let me pull over here what else we have. We have a lot of little pieces here. Okay, so I'm not sure. How about a word, maybe? Forever and ever. That would be nice. I think we'll go with that. Forever and ever. You could certainly add any of your little extra pieces to your tags if you want to. There we go. All right, so we've got our back, we've got our inside. We've got this glued down and it's holding pretty well. I did use a little fabric fusion glue to hold that in place. Excuse me. Get a drink here real quick. All right, I like the cover just like it is. You could add a word if you wanted to, or a number. I kind of like that there. Oh, that's another bird. We've also got approved. We've got a number. Trying to see what else we have that may look nice there. We've got memoranda. So I think it's between approved and the number. Which one do we like better? Here's a smaller number. Oh, I think I like that. Let's do that one. But the rest of the cover I think is great just like it is. There we go. And let's just check out if we want to add anything. Thinking about maybe adding the bird down here. So let me grab my glue. All right, so we've almost used up all our pieces to our kit. Now I wanted to leave these for a little fun journaling spot, but you can add a little pocket to these. I've done that before. You can, decorate them, whatever you want. But I think I'm going to leave them for a little, like, secret journaling spot. But we may add a piece or two to the front of each of these, and we'll just pick out some different pieces here. Let's see. Could do something like that. I think I like the number one for the first one, and you don't have to decorate every one of them, just what you want. So I don't think I'll put one on every single one, but let's see if we just see something that we like for another one here. Okay, that one says, pardon. Don't want to cover up the clock. It's too pretty by itself. So let's add one here. Beautiful. And maybe one more. Maybe something down here with our little bird. So we've got an approved. We've got a registration. Oh, I like the registration. We'll go with that one. Okay. There we go. Now what we can do with our extra pieces here is I'm going to gather them up here in my hand. And we can take them and we can add them to our pocket, our hidden pocket here. Great way to store them and hold them in case you want to decorate some more later. And I think we are finished. So let's do a quick flip through of our paper sack journal. And so we've got our cover with our beautiful bird. We have our belly band filled with tags and our waterfall, beautiful cards. And then we have a flip-up envelope with a secret spot to hide cards or tags in. And there's our tag that we've got in there. Then we've got a tuck spot under here that we can tuck something into. We've got plenty of spaces to write. We added some of our clusters to the pages inside here. So we'll just flip through here. And we used a brad binding this time instead of a sewn-in binding. We've got some stencils on the page, some more pockets and tags. We've got another pocket here, and let's see. Let me grab one of these tags to add to our pocket back here. There we go. And we've got, like we said, plenty of spaces to write. We've got our fun little interactive pocket here. We've got a pocket here and a pocket here and a pocket here, all with a little decoration on it. And then we can close our journal and flip it over, and we've got a stacked pocket on the back. And then we've got our elastic tie to bring around and close our journal with. And you could, if you don't want to use elastic, you could definitely use a piece of sari silk or seam binding, whatever you want to, decorate your journal with. A piece of, burlap or twine, whatever you would like. So there you go. There is our paper sack journal. I hope you guys have enjoyed this, and I hope you will come back again and join me for more tutorials. Thank you to Anna and Elena for allowing me to demonstrate and do tutorials on their channel, and I'm loving their kits. Their kits are beautiful and they're easy to work with, and I love them. So thank you and have a great day. Bye.